What's going on, guys? We're live, baby. So, someone was telling me about the Joker movie, and they had the nerve to say Joaquin Phoenix did better than Heath Ledger. So I said, let me see it for myself. Now here's my take on it. Let go. What is going on, guys? It's your boy C Moody, man. We are live here on the road, Moody Talk. This is my take on the Joker movie and who's the best Joker. So, right now, pretty much everybody would agree that Heath Ledger is the renowned Joker. Everybody's pretty much on the same page with that, right? Most people didn't like Jared Leto's performance. They thought it was cheesy or however you want to feel about it. And now you have Joaquin Phoenix with a much darker, and when you watch the movie, which I did today, I guess maybe a more sympathetic, ease of heart take on it, without spoiling the movie. It's a way different take on the Joker. You see more of why the Joker is. And it's not like a precursor movie to Heath Ledger's Joker. It's not something, it's its own entity. It's a new Joker. And I've noticed this trend even with Thanos in the Avengers series. Sorry for me diving from DC to Marvel, but just saying how they have find ways to sympathize with the villain. There was another movie that did that, don't get me wrong. Black Panther with Michael B. Jordan. It was seeing that you find out his dad was killed by the Black Panther's dad. They were related, a whole bunch of stuff. So while he was very maniacally driven, it was personal and you could sympathize with it. Same way with Thanos, that while it was super maniacal and villainous, he genuinely thought he was doing the best thing for the world. And he thought it was, he used words like mercy, grace. And I talked about this on my other podcast, Living Body Talks, how he it was a way of kind of reversing the good and bad dynamic, especially when you come to look at Scripture and the Bible. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here to say they're here to show sympathy towards the villains. You get to see why they've been this way or why they became this way. And it's hard for me to try to explain anything about Joaquin Phoenix's Joker without saying anything about the movie. And that's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to spoil. I'm here to kind of just give my spin on it. For me, now that I've seen the movie, I've seen Suicide Squad, so Jared Leto's Joker. I've seen The Dark Knight or The Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, whatever. Whatever's Heath Ledger's in. And now I've seen Joker. And I honestly, now that I've seen it, I don't think it's fair to pick one out of the three. Because I think Heath Ledger's Joker was great for its time. But these three movies had a dramatic difference in the amount of time you had to understand them. With Jared Leto's Joker, he was really not a main character. He was just a background. Like, he was a part of Harley Quinn's story being in the Suicide Squad. And without everybody complaining about it being too modernized, too punkish, or however they say he was, I personally thought Jared Leto did exactly what his character looked like, and he acted the way his character looked. He performed how his character looked. So I don't think he did bad at all, actually. He did have a couple of cheesy lines, definitely. But I feel like if he had more time, he probably would have been a better Joker. Same way with Heath Ledger's Joker. Heath Ledger's Joker, he had more time than Jared Leto's. It was almost like it was a 1/3 take for the Joker. It was 1/3 of that movie was the Batman, 1/3 of that movie was Batman, being Bruce Wayne, and then the other 1/3 with Heath Ledger being the Joker. It was balanced between those three things. So he had more of a time to develop himself, and you didn't get to see why he came to be that Joker. You just saw him in action, and his sadistic thoughts, his, mind manipulation, showing the bad of the society, and twisting and showing that the people that's supposed to be good are bad. Those are all dynamics that made him such a great Joker, while still having a maniacally calmness to him. Now it's that. And now this movie, it was all about Joker. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker movie. And with this, you got to see what his life was like. You got to see what all happened for him to break down and become the Joker. And when you see that, and then seeing him in action as the Joker, which honestly, seeing him in the fullness of Joker was roughly 2/5 of the movie towards the end, like really being the Joker, not just like kind of fighting it, but like embracing it. It was good. And while he was still kind of sadistic, he was still crazy, you understood why. You understood. Like, it wasn't nothing that was just random acts of villainy or anything. It was all something that was built up to that moment. So if I had to choose, I don't know. Of course, it's between Joaquin Phoenix and Heath Ledger. Unfortunately for Jared Leto, because he just didn't have that much time to develop himself. And there's way much more to appreciate with Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix. But, and I think it's because I'm still in the essence of watching Joaquin Phoenix. So I'm still like basking in awe of his performance. Because I want to give him the title. But I feel like Joaquin Phoenix might have it. If I'm giving it to him, it's by less than 1%. But it's because it's so much deeper of an understanding to him. While Heath Ledger's Joker was deep, but you weren't meant to understand him. He was basically a robot. You didn't know why he started, where he came from. He just did it. He just knew to act, and that's what he did. And it was good, don't get me wrong, but there's just a lot more deftness to Joaquin Phoenix. Now, I will say this. If everybody had the same allotted time, I don't know. I think the sympathy factor of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker plays a factor. Now, if all three of those, if everybody had the same time, had the same thing, I don't know who would win it. Because you only saw them do what they were supposed to do. So I can't predict how they would have been having to build a sympathetic attribute to his upbringing. I don't know how Heath Ledger would play that into it, nor do I know how Jared Leto would. So, if you've seen the movie, guys, Let me know. Let me know something. I really just want to talk about it because I was sitting here in the car talking to myself about it. And I was like, hey, I got a platform. Somebody might listen. And here you go. That's my spiel on it. Watch the Joker movie. It is a really good movie, man. Now, because of the Batman's role in it, and Heath Ledger's Joker in The Dark Knight Rises, I might give it to Heath Ledger there. Because I don't know how... It was just perfect. Everything was kind of perfectly put together in that one. And this one, I really hope that this Joaquin Phoenix's Joker plays into really make a... I basically want a universe to come out of it, where him and Batman are quarreling, and, you know, it becomes that new rivalry, really given that time between the two. Because it actually, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker actually, in the same flow of the movie, started the Wayne's family and Bruce Wayne's come about. How, you know, but in this movie, this is, I guess it's a spoiler. I'm not going to say it. If it's a spoiler, I'm not going to say it. But just know that it does tie into Bruce Wayne, the Wayne family. And if they, you know, really go from it, they got good ground to start off of. So, that's all I wanted to say. And this is C. Moody. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm out, guys. Have a good night. Take care. Pray. Thank God for a beautiful day. God willing, to see you next time. Be easy.